when you've overexerted yourself in the quest to get as many experiences as you can, of course you'll find the guy at the end of that boring. I want to hear from different voices. I don't want to just hear from people that agree with me. We're about to dive into some even deeper topics. Ask a Brother Podcast.
Ask a Brother Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Ask a Brother Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff St. James. You know, the revolution is going to be because of us. I refer to these ladies who struggle with this dichotomy as double dippers, where they want to dip into the streetwalker lifestyle, escort, prostitute. They want to jump into that lifestyle where they want to act like, dress like, behave like those ladies, but then they still want to simultaneously be treated and viewed as an actual lady,
right?
And still be given all the perks of a woman who hasn't done those things. So they want to double dip in both identities, and they want to be able to tell society how they should be seen. It ain't gonna work, and their outcomes don't work that way. That's why, especially in the Black community, that's why the marital rates are as low as they are, and that's why they've kind of stagnated for our women, even though they're on a slow incline and increase for the men. It's because the ladies were told a lie that you can do it all, have it all, do it all, act what you want, and there'll always be the man that you want on the other end of all of that. And you want to keep double dipping that school, but then the dudes that are wise, why you think a lot of these men aren't getting married?
Right.
The other dudes I know aren't even having kids.
Right.
And it ain't just because it ain't like there's not enough women around.
Yeah.
It's because they're actually just observing and watching what you do and what you say. So all the stuff you're displaying out in public, we want that in private.
Right. But they don't even want to do it in private. And that's the funny thing. They done been with
do it in public, but not in private.
And not only in public, you done been with Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Pookie, Ray, all the men, but big body count, doing whatever you could think of. And then you get with this guy and he can't, you know what I mean? You want a man to be committed to you. And then he's sleeping on the couch. You're not even doing anything with him. Like what? I never understood that. I never understood how women could have racked up a body count single. Just, you had your fun in your 20s. You know how they tell you had fun in your 20s. And had all the fun you want in the 20s, swinging from the chandelier probably with whoever. And then say you do get married or you do get in a committed relationship. This man is, what y'all say, what he got, blue balls or whatever. That's what you get when you're not. So he's walking around married, got a whole wife, and he's walking around like that. I'm like, that's crazy to me. I don't subscribe to that. I thought that was.
You know what it is? It's when you've overexerted yourself in the quest to get as many experiences as you can. Of course, you'll find the guy at the end of that boring. Of course, you'll find marriage and singleness and monogamy now as and structure. Because it's the antithesis of what you've been pushed and promoted and indoctrinated to move and to live. And they've been also convinced that people like you, me, and other people who actually have standards for women, let alone women and men, they've been conditioned and taught anyone who tries to shame or point these things out, they're evil. There's something wrong with them. And I'm like, oh man, the CIA is one. And they've gotten a huge segment of women, especially in our community. Like it's wild. Like the CIA has agents that they ain't even got to pay. They ain't even got them on salary, but they work for them every single day. Definitely funny. Real quick, I have a super chat real quick. And listen, y'all, if y'all are in this stream right now, y'all have not liked it, please make sure you do. Please make sure you send it to 2 or 3 people. Definitely appreciate y'all. Practitioner said for $9.99, unpopular opinion. People don't know what they really want. They are disconnected from their own reality and outsourcing the solution. Woo! Unapplied knowledge is just info obtained entertaining though. You know what, Practitioner, I appreciate you for the $9.99. I actually think that you're right. But the problem is, to me, is when you use people to figure that out, there's individual and collective and societal consequences to that.
Yeah.
I had Tess Pereira on, which is a psychologist based in Dubai, and one of our sticking points that we disagreed on was her recommendations that both men and women should use their 20s to find themselves and figure themselves out. And I asked her and said, like, if this is what you actually are recommending, she said yes to people. And I said, hey, how's that working out? Because I think society and culture is already telling people to marry later and have children later, well, especially telling women that. And how's that been working out for all these women that's getting to that point? I don't think I think we're already doing that and we're seeing the consequences of
Right.
it. And I also would say this, maybe part of finding yourself is picking roles and living to the best of your ability to fulfill that role versus this undefinable, immeasurable concept of finding yourself. I think we get lost in that in terms of trying to find this identity that's not really like a rigid thing that you can. It's always adjusting. Your interests, your tastes, what you want, what you desire in life is always adjusting every 3 to 5 years in many respects. But when you pick something, you just work to it to the best of your ability and use all resources available to do so. You want to go to school? You want to go to school and be a C student or a D student? You want to go to school and go out with flying colors and get that degree and get the best job possible. If you want to work your way up a company, you're going to half-ass it or you're going to put yourself in a position. So when you get in a relationship, don't get in a relationship and gain the wifely 50 pounds. Like the freshman 15, don't gain these 50, 80, 100 pounds and let yourself go and stop trying because now you got the ring. It's actually about when you pick something and you stand for something and you agree to something or you accept a new role, just try to do it to the best of your ability. Look for resources and work with other like-minded people to make sure that you do it and get there. That's it. Like this whole find myself thing. This is why I think a lot of people, and especially the ladies, you done had all these experiences and now you still trying to find yourself on the other end. And I'm like, well, how many dicks do you need? And how many sexual experiences do you need? And how many trips do you need with men out of the country and getting pooped on in Dubai for you to find yourself? Like how much, like what do men have to do? How many ways do men have to touch you before you find yourself? That's insane. And again, when an ideology teaches you that that's healthy and normal and fine, and you can do that in the prime years where that sex that you want would be most likely to want you, it's insanity. So I appreciate that question.
There are women in their 60s who still trying to find themselves.
Find themselves because you're never going to find yourself.
You've been with you the whole time.
Hey, practitioner her. It's my belief that it starts with healing your wounds. The problem therein lies you don't know what you don't know. Shaming is a start. Yeah, I remember when I met with Jazz, she was a big person that was anti-shame, and my stance and lens stays the same. That the reason why we're in these types of conversations is because it seems like the only people like us are the only ones that believe that shame has a redemptive quality. Letting people know you're going too far. This isn't acceptable. This is making you and your family and or the community look bad. This is making women look bad. It's making men look bad. When there's no shame, why would there be a consequence? I keep trying to explain this to people is that there's no reason for why people should think something is bad or inherently bad or wrong or problematic or toxic. Why do you think they keep doing it? Democrats, Republicans, independents, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I want to hear from different voices. I don't want to just hear from people that agree with me. I've been doing therapy for 10 years as a trained clinician. We're about to dive into some even deeper topics and subject matter that I think is going to be very interesting. Ask a Brother Podcast.
Ask a Brother Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Ask a Brother Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff St. James.
I enjoy where you're going. I enjoy what your channel is doing.
Having very meaningful, deep, in-depth conversations.
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
No group of people have ever gotten their rights if they weren't willing to spill blood.
Ask a Brother is just about people being able to think. But we can end the interview right now. It's good to be an independent thinker. It's nice. It wasn't considered a gender war until men started talking.
Exactly.
Everything is not for everyone, Jeff.
I think it's time to focus on those that want to take accountability, want to grow, want to collab, and want to be better than they were a year ago. And guess what? I'm going to have some more surprises lined up for y'all.
She was a pit bull in a skirt.
Did y'all hear what he just said? The most negative aspects of our culture are the things that's most celebrated and defended.
These are seeds being planted.
you know, the revolution is going to be because of us. And I hope that this actually humanizes the manosphere. So much of what we're dealing with now is actually a result of weak men.